Welcome back to my tutorial slash playthrough of the newest expedition in No Man's Sky, Expedition 19 Corvette. We did phase 1 in the last episode. We're now on phase 2 and we actually got one of the milestones in the last episode. We got Stepping into the Black, where we spacewalked for 30 seconds. And now we have to do the rest. So we've got to sign the second rendezvous station. We've got to install the Corvette inventory modules, which I believe may well be the rewards from Resist 2 here. Then we need to harvest plants on our Corvette, and we need to actually put in the harvester into our Corvette there. And then we need to visit a lush world. So we're going to have a look for a lush world as we are travelling to the second rendezvous point. And then we've got something which I kind of wish Hello Games left out of this expedition. We do have to catch 3 fish, and then we have to prepare some seafood, which will be easy enough. However, it's just a matter of just doing these two. Really, fishing is fishing. So let's see if I can harvest some plants on my Corvette here. It's put in the living wall. I need some silver. So to get some silver, there's a couple of ways we can do this. We can either wait for one of these traders, one of these NPCs in the space station, and see if they have any silver. So when they come out their starship, they'll stand to the side here. We can go up to them and talk to them. We can try and buy their ship, or we can offer to trade and have a look at what they've got to trade. And there's actually some good useful items here. Dioxite, used to recharge your life support. Chromatic metal is always good. Pyrite is good as well for recharging items. Got some ferrite dust and cobalt as well, and some wiring looms from these dudes and stuff. So it's definitely worth having a look at what these traders have from time to time. See if you can buy what you need from them. The other way to do it is to actually go into space and look for some asteroids. And I believe there is a milestone about getting some asteroids or destroying asteroids. So I don't want anything from you right now. And I believe that is in one of these other phases here. Destroy 40 asteroids in phase 3. So let's go out into space and find an asteroid field. Normally there is one quite close to the space station. If we have a look into my inventory here, I've got the rewards from the milestone where you are spacewalking. So let's fit those in. We've got an X-class movement module here. Which is actually quite decent, but not as good as the B class here. So we'll leave the B class in there, but we will attach it to the jetpack. So we've got the bonuses, the adjacency bonuses. It may be better putting it here, but it doesn't really matter. We'll put it there. We've got a scanner upgrade as well, which is nice. This is going to be able to give us some more rewards for mineral analysis, which is good, and 12% scan radius. And then we've got this cloaking device. Cloaking device is alright, but I don't really have a lot of space right now. I'm going to keep that in here. We do have some other rewards to collect as well that we got from the first episode. We've got skydiving here, where we skydived from our Corvette. We get rocket boot plans and collection of decals. So we can build this when we find some tritium. When we get tritium from asteroids, so when we destroy our asteroids, we might be able to fit that into here. We've also got aperture, where we took a photo of our Corvette, and that gives us 5 living pearls, 5 orbanum pearls, and 5 gravitino balls. And these could be useful for selling, trading. So we get a bunch of units for these, roughly 300,000 units for those, but we'll keep them for now, and we'll see whether we will need them or not. What I'll do is I'll put them into my starship. So I've got my portable refiner. Let's have a look at what this Herox gives us. And the Herox does give us 250 silver. So as part of the rewards, we got this Herox from one of the milestones in the last episode. So this is why it's important to keep the rewards, because we don't need to go out and destroy asteroids. We don't need to go and buy from the traders, although that is good information to know. We can just refine this and get our 250 silver and put that in our exosuit. Only problem we have now is that we can't pick up our portable refiner. There's a bit of a glitch there, so that's going to stay there. And now we should be able to build our living wall. Very nice. Build it over here, shall we? And then what we need to do is grow and harvest other plants. So place plants in the living wall from the build menu. Unfortunately, at the moment, we don't have any living plants to be able to build, but we do get the hazmat gauntlet from installing Corvette inventory modules. So we do need to do this one, and we've done 1 out of 3. To have a look at our log, we can actually look at the milestone we've got pinned here. So this is the milestone, which is to increase the inventory capacity. And it will actually give us some information here. So many Corvette modules can enhance ship stats. These modules will automatically appear in your ship's technology inventory when installed. Inventory capacity is associated with habitation modules. Experiment with ship design to achieve the desired aesthetic and functionality. Obtain Corvette modules from milestone rewards, or excavate them from salvage containers found on buried worlds. Configure Corvette modules at the Corvette workshop in the space station. So it's giving you what to do here. Now, when we get to Resist 2, we'll get those habitation module packs and we'll be able to complete that milestone. So let's head out into space for the moment. Just been in a bit of a fight there. We've got a space rescue for a freighter. We've destroyed a number of starships and we're getting some items here. We're getting some suspicious packet of tech and we're getting some pirate transponders, which we can also sell for units. Now these suspicious packets, we can open them by using X, and we've actually got a hazard upgrade, which is great, and a suspicious movement on module, which is also good. So I'm just going to finish off fighting off these pirates here. When you are fighting them, do be careful not to hit the green trailed ships, because they are the freighters' sort of allies or ships, and we do not want to be shooting them up, because they will start attacking us, even though we're trying to kill the enemies of them. And we flew 100,000 U by Corvette, so we have got that milestone. So that's one that will just kind of do itself really as you're flying around in the Corvette. It's part of phase 3 here, and we get Corvette hull modules pack, which is quite good. There you go, flight path nicely done, and we've got some more external plating and structural support. So my landing pad keeps opening itself, and it is driving me absolutely insane. We've also got the suspicious packet of goods from defeating those pirates. So we'll open this one and we'll get a quad servo, which we can either sell or use to make certain or craft certain items. So let's put these two in. Make sure we have quite a lot of jetpack, because we are going to need it. Movement is everything. I'm actually going to put this one in here and go like that. And then we've also got the hazard protection, which is great. Definitely wanted this. Gives us some nice boosts there. We do have a bit of an issue in that I damaged my hyperdrive unit here, so I'm going to have to fix this before we go anywhere else. Just because I want the range, not because I can't warp anymore. I have refined my inverted mirror I got into 95 nanites. Another way to get some nanites is if we go into the discoveries log here and we upload all of our discoveries. We don't have many because a lot of this has been discovered already. It will give you a bunch of nanites. The more discoveries you have, the more nanites you will get. And if you discover all of the fauna on a planet, you'll get a nice bonus as well. So we have some nanites, not many, not really worried about that too much for this expedition personally. What I do want to do is refine some copper into chromatic metal so that I can fix some things. Now I've got 398 here. As you can see at the bottom, there is an option to quick split, so I'm going to do that, and I'm going to put 99 in to get 49, because I don't want that many. In fact, actually, let's go for some more. Yeah, that'll do. We'll get 86. We also brought some magnetized ferrite from the Galactic Trade Terminal, so we are able to fix this now, which is great. And I might need another wiring loom before I head out. And we're going to go to this bountiful moon because we need to find a lush world, and that might work for us. While we're here, we're just outside of the space station. Let's destroy 40 asteroids. You can obviously do this straight away as part of the sort of fast start if you want to do that. But we are just going to go for it. What we're also looking for while we do this is actually a anomaly detector. And be careful when you are in the asteroid belt, because I accidentally shot another starship there who was collecting items from the asteroid belt. It's only an NPC, but they are now going to shoot me up. And if I kill them, I will get reduced race standing, which will, with whatever the race is. Now, it's not actually firing at me, but something else is. Oh no, look, we've got another Corvette guy here shooting him up. And he's in a bloody... he is in a Millennium Falcon. That is amazing. Thanks, mate. Appreciate that. You take him out. Or is he not firing at me? Is he firing at the ship, that starship? Who knows? Oh no, he is hostile to me because there's acts of piracy. So let's let him shoot him up while I get my asteroids. So we've got heavyweight. We've got the reward. It hasn't triggered it yet because we are... in a fight, or it suggests we are, but we're just going to fly away. We're faster than them. Move through the asteroid field. Get away from them if we can. Should be able to pulse when we're far enough away. Still shooting at me from behind. Could kill them, but I don't really see the point in aggravating them anymore. Pulse drive down there in the bottom right hand corner, that re-enabled in 5, 4, 3, 2 and 1, and then we should be able to pulse drive now. And we'll be able to escape. There you go, very nice. And what we didn't get was an anomaly detector from those asteroids, because we need one of those to see a space anomaly. So we might have to go back to another asteroid field, try to get an anomaly detector from them, or the anomaly can just randomly appear. But I will have a look at that later on. This is another distant world, isn't it? Let's collect our reward anyway. Heavyweight here will give us Corvette wing modules and starship inventory slot. There we go. We've got wing modules now. We'll apply these augments here. And we found our lush world. This will give us pre-packaged fishing rig unit and fishing bait recipes to be able to catch free fish. And then we'll cook them in the nutrient processor. There we go. There's grounded. We can fit this in straight away because we are going to need it. We can move it out if we don't want it later. What we need to do is get to this second rendezvous point, and I have ran out of hyperdrive fuel, so I need to make a warp cell, which is antimatter housing and antimatter. Antimatter housing is going to cost you 50 ferrite dust and 50 oxygen, while the antimatter 25 chromatic metal and 20 condensed carbon. So if we do make one of these, put it into our starship, it will only give us 25%. So we need 4. We need 4 of them to be able to jump a reasonable distance, or get your... We need 4 of them to be able to have 100% fuel. Let's have a look here. What do we need? Can I make another one out of interest? I can. How many can I actually make? So if I hover over here, I can craft more. I can make more. That's good. Let's make these warp cells, put them in, and we'll go and head to the next jump point. But lush worlds shouldn't be too hard for you to find as you're jumping from one system to the next. Just look for something that says verdant, obviously lush. This one here is a bountiful moon, so anything like that, and you should be able to find one. When you're searching for an anomaly detector in the asteroid field, make sure you have space available to be able to actually get it into your storage, because otherwise you just won't get one. It will just say storage full, and yeah, you'll miss your anomaly detector. So make sure that you have enough storage to be able to actually collect it. And there we go, we got our anomaly detector. Lovely. And that isn't actually in this phase, but I thought we'd grab it whilst we were here. In phase 5, find deep space anomalies. So we'll wait to do that one, but we've got our anomaly detector. Just do it now, actually, can't we? Yeah, let's do it now. So what we need to do is pulse, and then begin scan. And as you can see in the bottom right hand corner, we are getting some guidance. Let's wait and see what we find. There we go. Now we drop out a pulse and we'll see our space anomaly dwarfed we've got. Wonderful. And it is a gaseous sentience. Can we shoot at it? We can, but it's actually hurting us, so we don't really want to do that. We've got a transmission coming from it. Nearby life, we think this wavelength will reach you. Hello, if you can comprehend us. Shutdown communicator. Okay, good. We got some nanites from that. 251. Very nice. And yeah, we can't kill it. That's fine. Let's get dwarfed from phase 5 here. And we've got emergency signal scanner and inventory slot times 3. So we'll put in our inventory slot. Yeah, we'll go with cargo there. And this emergency scanner will find us a derelict freighter, which is also in phase 5. So we will leave that for now. I'm not going to do that one right now. We need to carry on going to the next resistant point or resist point. And it is the next jump because we have enough space to jump or enough range. We need to go back to Mr. Space Station Terminal, whatever it's called. I can't remember what it's called now off the top of my head. There it is. It has now come up. Space Station Core, of course it is. And go through that and imprint iteration signature. caster.penn 95% restored. And there we go. We have that. We can collect our Corvette habitation module pack. And then we can put on a couple more habitation modules onto our starship or Corvette. We're in the wrong one, but it's only over there. We'll just head over there. And there we go. We got the expand our Corvette. And for that we get collection of plantable seeds, which is exactly what we need, and prepackaged hazmat gauntlet. The hazmat gauntlet will allow you to pick up these plants on different planets, just in case you don't know. Now when we go back in here, we should have an extended thing, which we do. We have lost a couple of things in our build though, but our portable refiner is still here. So let's put back in the living wall. There, that'll do. It doesn't actually give you any. You actually have to go and find them, which is fine. We can do that nice and easy. And then we need to we need to harvest plants, catch free fish, and prepare some seafood. Okay. Go into our discoveries log. Let's have a look. There's cactus flesh on that planet, star bulb, gamma root, fungal mold, frost crystal, and star bulb on that one. So you could also get your lush world milestone here as well. Just go to this very distant planet here. That will work. And maybe this humid one, not too sure. Definitely the very distant one. Okay, we've got a massive space anomaly, and it is a giant worm with an eye, and if we shoot at it, he will hurt us. So don't do that. Ignore that horrible beastie. There you go, punch a star bulb. That is what we want. Let's go and grab it using our hazmat gauntlet. Now hazmat gauntlet goes straight into your exosuit. I'm actually in the water there. That's actually a good place to be. And the star bulb, wherever it may be, it's over this ridge. Let's go and grab a load of it. Once you have your hazmat gauntlet installed, you can just walk up to it and just collect it. You cannot collect it without it. Now to make star bulb, we're also going to need some paraffinium. And there is some over there. So let's go and grab that. Going to dig that up. The terrain manipulator. Okay, with the star bulb and the paraffinium collected. Go away, portable refiner. We should now be able to put the star bumble into here. And some reason I hate the build camera in the Corvette. So I tend to go into first person if I'm struggling to build in the Corvette. Can we put it in here, please? It's not allowing me to place my star bumble in my living wall, which is a bit annoying. I know it's flashing up gamma weed, but I should be able to put any of these plants in here. We go into the log, grow and harvest plants in your Corvette ×8, construct a living wall within the Corvette class, To grow harvestable plants on board, find agricultural blueprints at the construction on the space anomaly. We should be fine to put it in here. Is this not usable yet? Is something going on? I'm not too sure. Okay, so while we're here, I found this little base. Someone's made a base, which is quite nice. And we are going to do some fishing on this base. Go out here to this lovely little fishing spot. Grab our fishing rod as part of our multi-tool. Now with this we can put some bait on if we want. So we can go into the down menu, go into our utilities, go across to access bait box, and then we can put any bait that we have in here. We have meaty chunks and feline liver in our starship, so we could go get those, but we don't actually need anything to catch fish, but it would be useful for us. We can also do it by going into the multi-tool, going onto the angler's rig here, and then we'll just apply bait. And I've got my feline liver or meaty chunks, and it will give you catch rarity improvement and catch size. Now that is not very good. There's definitely some better ones in here. 3 and 6 there for the meaty chunks isn't great either. Now it gave us a bunch of rewards, which were these. The fishing baits, which do give you much better ones. If we have a look at the mealworms, that is just condensed carbon. You'll see here what it costs to make these things. Some are better than others. We need to catch a free fish. So what we need to do now is just wait for a fish to come along. Press the trigger to pull it in when the line changes colour. And just catch free fish. Any 3 fish as well. Doesn't have to be uncommon, doesn't have to be rare, doesn't have to be a certain type. We can catch that simmertail there. And there you go. Common simmertail, and we should now have proteins from the sea. So when we get that, we'll get the pre-packaged blaze javelin unit, which is another weapon for your multi-tool. Pre-packaged mass accelerator unit, which is an upgrade for the blaze javelin unit. And supreme javelin unit upgrade. We can fit those in. We can sell it for nanites, and that's what I'm going to do. I don't really want to fit it in here. I'm going to sell those for nanites, and we do that by going to the space station. Okay, so my game just crashed and it had an update to do. So it updated itself, and now I can fit my star bumble in here, and that is going to take about 4 hours to grow. So it may be worth putting in 2 more of these. Actually, quite a few more of these if it would let me, please. Yeah, living walls, that'd be great, please. Hello. You can see there's different styles for different places. I think I can only make 5 of these though. Is that right? 2, 3. Okay, yeah, I can only make 5, but we'll definitely get 5 going considering it's 4 hours. But that is basically, that's one done. We just need to wait for them to grow. So we've got our fish as well. Can we put in now a nutrient room? We need some gold, of which I have some in my starship. Yep. These gold nuggets, analyze them, turn them into gold, and then I'll see if I can fit this, not refiner unit, nutrition unit, and I actually want this more to the front here. And then as we go into this nutrient processor, we can put our fish in, but I only want the 1 fish. For some reason it's not cooking the fish. Prepare seafood in the Corvette nutrition unit. Cook your catch. Yeah, I know, I'm trying. Oh. Is somebody in my... or is he in his own starship? I don't know. Cool character though. I have come to the anomaly in an attempt to try and sort this issue out, but it doesn't seem to be happening right now, and I'm not sure what's going on here. But in terms of our expedition, we are really waiting on harvesting the plants and this nutrition unit to sort itself out. I have even reloaded the game here. So process your seafood. Cook your catch. New details. Use a fishing rig to haul in your catch. I've gathered my seafood. I need to cook it. Construct a nutrient unit within the Corvette, which I've done. Begin cooking. Ingredients stored in the ingredient. Yeah, I've done that as well. Oh my god, I'm falling. What on earth is happening here? Okay. Oh, I can summon in my... I reckon I was... Mine and somebody else's starship was in the same place. And he's taken off and it's taken me with him. I think there's too many players in at the moment. Let's turn off the network again. Just disable it. And try and head back in to the anomaly. It's really annoying me as well that the back is always open. And now I'm hurt for no reason. It's just, what is going on? What is going on? And yeah, look, it's open and closing. Oh my word. Okay. Oh my god. What is happening here? Are you going to work though? No, you're not going to work. Okay, okay. Oh look, are these ready for harvesting? No, they take up to 4 hours I think. So, what we're going to do is there anything else we can do in phase 3 while we're here? So if you're having the same issues as me and you can't use the nutrient processor, you can dig up 10 salvageable data from planets, and that will be enough to get you the portable nutrient processor. Then you should be able to cook in there. You can also get the exoskiff, which I have got the recipe for. You need to get some salt and some sulfide crystal from some water world, and then there's a portable grill on there where you can cook the fish. So it updated so that these worked, but it didn't update so the nutrient processor worked, which is rather disappointing. But we're going to have to wait for those to grow anyway. The plants take about 4 hours, so we'll complete phase 2 as we're sort of going through phase 3, 4 and 5, and I will deal with this preparing seafood by collecting some salvage data. So there you go, that's the phase 2 completed-ish. Hopefully I'll see you in the next video. Take care out there. Bye-bye.